Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to visit our doctor, a cardiologist, in order for me to be checked because I have an abnormally high blood pressure, although I don't feel it, so we'll see what happens. It's required by my company in order for me to be able to safely work, fit to work. And of course, we're gonna be riding our ZX-4RR. So, yan. Removing the covers. This bike has been newly washed and lubed, and of course, there we go. That chain looks very nice. Okay, so we're gonna start it up and wait for the temperature to reach 50 degrees Celsius. So as you can see, I think it's 40. Let's wait for it. Such a lovely sound. Temperature is not yet registered or registering. So this is my core tech tank bag, which is almost 5 years old already. So wearing my gloves, my office gloves or commuter gloves, so that we can do our commute to IT Park. So I'm currently residing in Purok 1, Barangay San Jose in Cebu City. IT Park is a good maybe 8 kilometers. So let's see how it goes. Okay, ZX-4RR walk around. Man, it's such a lovely bike. Woo! Okay, so we've got, there we go, 40 degrees Celsius. Odometer is about, what's that, 6,548 kilometers. And then we're gonna wait for it to warm up while I walk it to the gate. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop at a gas station and fill up the tank. The ZX-4RR Philippine spec requires at least 95 octane rating type of gasoline because of its high compression ratio. I think it's 12.5, 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, who knows. Okay, so yeah, 53, I think that's already safe. So off we go. There we go. Helmet is now closed, and we are on our way. Man, that quick shifter really rocks. Okay, so let's take a look. We're now entering Tigbao Road. Oh, the truck, but you can't chase me, truck. Okay, so I am going to do some minor commute moves just to, overtake this long line of traffic. So, inani jud ang traffic diri sa Talamban area. So, you gotta safely negotiate the traffic. Okay, garbage truck. I think ang Shell is already a few meters ahead, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn right here. Check my back just in case na mga motor. Okay, clear, seems to be clear. And here we are, Shell Talamban. Woohoo! Shell Talamban. Hey, we're gonna loading up 97 na Shell. 97 full tank.
97.
Magpahangin na kong mana.
Ano 97.
So ang tire pressure ani is for commuting I use 32 front, 35 rear, because this is a heavy bike, 188 kilograms, which is a bit heavier than my old Ninja 400 that weighed around 167 kilograms stock. Since I removed the stock exhaust, maybe it's 2 kilograms lighter. This one I removed the stock, so it's probably around the same kilograms lighter, 2 kilograms. So I'm guessing 185, 186 is the weight now. Okay. Okay, yep. Thank you. Okay, so it's now filled to the brim. Wait. 400 na eh. 4. Ano naman siya? Hinay ra ba na? Hinay. Okay, there. Pahangin ka. Okay, so we are waiting in line for the air pump. My sakinan currently. So okay, let's see. Let's line it up. Wow, limpidyo kayo ang kadina. I love it. That's how it should be, you know. Thank you. Linya na ba? 32 atubangan, 35 layo. Okay, o pala linya. Na. Okay, let's see how much I charged it. 626 pesos for a full tank. 1 bar left. Usually ang 1 bar sa ZX-4RR means na pa yung mga 3 to 4 liters, so that's 11 liters left sa tank. 626, not bad. Pila naman na litro dire? 75. Dagan pa siguro tugsud akong tangke, because if it's 75 per liter and I only paid 6,220. What was that? 623? I'll just check the video. Hey, kon ba naabot ra? It's okay, gotta pay the boy for his efforts. I usually pay, bilang itong nabayad. Salamat ah. Okay, so now we are off to Cebu City traffic. Good thing it's not yet rush hour. It's 2:29. So di pa kayo na rush hour. Di pa nang tinuod na traffic, so to speak. Skies are cloudy. Hopefully di muulan, because I literally just had my bike washed before riding out. So pa rin na ako nagamit ever since washing it sa car wash and lubing it and wiping it. So please, ayaw uwan. Maluoy ka. But then again, yun na ang curse sa mga magpa-washing. You know, after washing, later on, uwan, as if fate itself is teasing you. Anong gapa-washing ka? Ating uwan man. So we'll see. Oh man, this is a big truck, but it is very easy to maneuver. The ZX-4R. Traffic ka lang, ninja ko, di ba? So this is chicken feeds sa Ninja. Even more so sa akong Ninja 400, man. That was really the perfect city bike. Kidding, ZX-4R it's okay. I mean, oh, there we go, Ninja. Woo! So if you want to commute on a sport bike sa syudad, the Ninja 400 is the best sport bike to do that. Okay, hands down. I still maintain my opinion. The Ninja 400 is the best sport bike for commuting here in Cebu. Okay, that's the context. Pero if you want to commute on an inline 4 bike, then the best sport bike na inline 4-cylinder, whether it's inline or V or etc., is the ZX-4R, because it's light, it's small in stature relatively, and its seating position is not too aggressive. It's slightly a bit more aggressive than the Ninja 400, but it's still commuter friendly. Okay, kahinay ba ni mo manong? Not wearing a helmet, my gosh, di man good ako pron, so you know, that's probably why. Okay, so as I was saying, the ZX-4R is the best inline 4 or V4 or whatever 4-cylinder sport bike that you can use to commute in Cebu City. Now in Manila, I'm not sure, maybe but traffic is worse in Manila, so I'm not sure if a higher CC bike such as a ZX-6R or ZX-10R is a better option. Because I've ridden both, and they're very aggressive. They're heavy. Okay, they're top heavy. The seating position is aggressive. The seat height is very tall. So for someone like me who is 5'6" and 5'5" and a half, you know, rounded off to 5'6", for someone like me na dili kayo taas po ng inseam, I find it very difficult to commute or to ride it in stop and go traffic. Okay, if you're riding it in TCH, di panagsara ka mohunong, that's okay, that's good. Sporty position benefits those cornering maneuvers sa TCH. But here in Cebu City, nako, traffic, sus, good luck. You need a seat height that is it's manageable. Okay, that's the most important thing, because when you stop and then your seat height is tall, you can barely reach the ground. Nako, lisod ka na sa balance. A little bit upset or a little bit of disturbance sa imong balance can result to you tipping over, diba? And that's our worst nightmare when we're commuting in a sport bike. Once we tip over, who knows, basta makadamay ta, or worse, we get into an accident, maligsan ta or etc. So that's a worst case scenario if ever mo tip over ta while commuting. Okay, what the heck was that? Was that a big bolt ako naligsan? My god, so dangerous, so scary. Yung mga makatunok sa atong ligid. The tires I'm using is sort of brand new-ish. It's got about 500 kilometers on it. It's a Batlax S22. Speaking of tires, I only use a Batlax S22 lately because it's cost-effective. Why is it cost-effective? Well, 1 year, 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 1 Batlax and Rosso 3 have what we call the H series tires. Okay, so kining H series tires are lower spec tires than the original models, but it's only lower spec in terms of the speed rating. Okay, it's still the same rubber, it's still the same carcass, same characteristics as the S22 or the Rosso 3. It's just that the speed rating is a bit lower. It's an H rated tire, that's why it's H series. Now what does that mean? So ang H series has a maximum speed limit of 210 kilometers per hour, safe limit. Now I don't know about you, but I have I don't know a use case, a scenario where you will need 210 or more than 210 kilometers per hour. In fact, the highest speed I've ever traveled, that I've ever achieved on the ZX-4RR, yeah, so far, I'm on the official speed test, but the highest speed was 180 kilometers per hour in third gear dito sa SRP tunnel. So I was just, gauging the second and third gear top speeds. Second gear was 150, third gear was 180. So that's already pretty fast. I mean, even if you're in, you're commuting or traversing provincial roads or expressways, 180 kilometers per hour is already way above the speed limit, and you should not be doing it constantly. So the point I'm trying to make is kanang H series tires, they are already good enough for 90% of usage. The only time I would think na kailangan ko 200 kilometers per hour is a track. Although with the ZX-4R it's even it's gonna be difficult to reach 200 kilometers per hour all the time. Kasi based on the videos I've seen on YouTube, usually it takes about 15 seconds of straight acceleration, pure acceleration, to reach the 200 kilometer per hour speed. So ZX-4R, okay, it's not that powerful. That's why. Really traffic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fold my mirrors. Sorry LTO, but this is just temporary, to safely navigate traffic. Okay. So there we go. Okay, clear. So as you can see, traffic is slightly building up already. Oh, what was that? Felt a bump on my tire. Oh, one thing I forgot about the H series tires. We're still on the topic of tires. Is an H series is only limited to certain sizes, unfortunately. So on front is only going to be 110 radial, of course. The rear is going to be either 140 or 150, which brings up the question, why am I using H series on my ZX-4R when the stock tire of the ZX-4R is 120 front and 160 rear? Haha, very valid question. And the answer is because I can. The mags or the rim size of the ZX-4RR is the same as the CX-25R. So I haven't memorized it, but I've already researched it. I've already checked, and I think the front is, what's that, 4 inches nga mags or nga rim, and then ang rear is about, was it 5 or 5.5? But either way, ang stock tire sa ZX-25R is 110, 150, which means that it's perfectly fine. 110, 150 on this mags or this rim size is perfectly fine. And I've verified that by checking the charts, rim size versus maximum minimum tire sizes. So this one, the stock mags or rims of the ZX-4R can safely accommodate 110 sa front and 150 sa rear. Okay, and in fact, after riding it for about 500 plus kilometers, I like it. It's lighter, it's flickable, it's more flickable because of the narrower profile. um in terms of grip, I have not noticed any lack in grip. Okay. In terms of stability, it's still the same. It's a Batlux S22. It's good quality tires. In terms of looks, well, yeah, it may be there may be a slight downgrade in looks because after all you are on narrower tires. Okay, my gosh. So if it's narrower, it's not as thick, it's not as big bike looking as a thicker tire. But that's okay. You know, I'm on a budget to be honest. And the price difference of an S22 120 160 versus 110 150 is almost double, believe it or not. Ang set aning kung 110 150 is about 12k, whereas ang stock sa 120 160 is about ilagay itong stock ato 21k. So imagine the difference. That's 21k versus 12. That's 9k, 10k difference. Oh my gosh, that is a whole lot of money. Okay, although on 120 116 tire is already W rated, so meaning it can go upwards of 270 kilometers per hour, so plus. But the ZX-4RR will never reach that speed because the top speeds of ZX-4RR that I've seen on YouTube performed by competent riders, I would say it tops out at around 236 kilometers per hour. I mean, that's already pretty fast, diba? That's like the top speed of a BMW GS 1200 or 1250. That's the top speed. So katong video nga nagsulti that the GS can travel 280. Haha, I don't know what type of GS is riding. Maybe it's an S1000R. Whoop, my god, muliko na siya. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Did he turn his signal lights on before turning? Because this lane can go straight, you know, this lane, don't, before you say kamote, this lane can go straight. There's a sign on the road that says you can go straight to ease up the congestion of the bridge. Okay, so going back, BMW GS top speed that I've seen on the internet is only about 230 plus. Ang kuha naman po, ang Multistrada top speed I've seen on the internet, YouTube, 250 260. So it's got a V4 engine, got a lot of horsepower. So kanang 270 tire or 270 kilometer per hour limit sa W rated tire is really very hard to reach. Only 1000cc sport bikes are capable of reaching those speeds because of primarily aerodynamics. Okay, that's the main reason. The faster you are, the more air pushes you back, and it's not linear, diba? It's geometric or exponential. So the amount of force that the air pushes at you is not the same when you're riding at higher speeds. What do I mean? For instance, you're running at 50 kilometers per hour, and the amount of force that the air is pushing back at you is, let's say, 1 Newton, you know, for ano lang, demonstration. If you travel at 100, so that's double the speed. That doesn't mean na madoble lang po ang amount of force the air is pushing at you, which is 2 newtons. That's the linear approach, diba? But since we are the air force exerted by air, the higher you go, is exponential. It could be as high as 4 newtons. So if at 50, air exerts a force of 1 newton. At 100, it can exert times 4, which is 4 newtons. And at 150, dili siya kuan, it can exert even higher, like 10 newtons na, because it's exponential, di ba? So that's what it means. It's not simple math. Okay, so thank you very much. Wala na kita, nakalusot ata sa Banilad. That's usually one of the choke points when it comes to traffic. Okay, so I'm going to enter IT Park, and so this is the only point of entry, or rather this is the nearest point of entry for me, because the next one will be dito na sa kuan, sa may Lahog, or rather at bang na sa waterfront. Oh man, that's too big. I just washed this bike. Arte kayo, no? Arte. But I love my ZX-4RR. You know, it's small, it's expensive, but I love it. For me, it is the best sport bike that I can buy for my use cases, which is commuting, getting around places, you know, tambikes, weekend riding, you know. So TCH, kanang TCH, it's the ZX-4RR feels very much at home sa TCH. Speaking of which, pila na may, oh my, kana ko, oil change. Oh no, that's 1997 kilometers. So akong current oil is 1997 kilometers. My tires are 774 kilometers ano na pala, in age, on mileage. So not that brand new. Oops, sorry, overtake ng tani taxi ngayon ay. So I usually change tires at around change oil at around 2000 to 2500. And right now I can feel there's a certain feeling sa handlebar that tells me na dapat ako mag-change oil, or it's almost time. You know, the smoothness is a bit different na from that of a newly changed oil ZX-4RR. I've been riding since 2014. So murag na ako feel anang inana nga types of things. So right now the vibration is telling me that the oil may need to be changed real soon, which is what I'm gonna do in a few days. Okay, I just need to take care of some stuff with my medical related stuff, fit to work, because I've been absent for 2 weeks. My gosh, 2 weeks na ako absent, guys. Can you believe it? So this darn LASIK, it's supposed to make my life better, it's supposed to make my eyesight better, but all it's given me is problems, to be honest. You know, honestly speaking, still starting to regret it. Okay, let's see if there's a parking slot here, because if not, then I may need to go to the mall. May bakante? Ha? Ako i-check lang. Sigit na? Sige, mag-u-turn na lang ako. Okay, unfortunately guys, uy na, I think na. Let me see. Let me check. No harm in checking. Yes, there is a slot there at the edge. That is the perfect slot for my Ninja, because I can safely park it a little bit out for it to not disturb the other bikes. Okay, turning it off. It's a bit hot. So how do we do this? We do this maneuver. So okay, so there's a line dapat ito magawas, and we're not going to get out or go out of the line, but we're going to stay in the line. Okay, here we go. So it is slightly offset Diba? Labaw siya while staying in line. And at the front, there's a lot of space for the smaller bikes to pass through. Okay, so there you go. We are safely parked. I'm going to lock it. And hopefully wala lamang tripping, you know, kung Ninja 400 that I parked here, na trippingan, somebody scratched the fairings. Oh well, suyaon, daghang ginagsuyaon sa kalibutan. So hopefully it does not happen today. It's a broad daylight, so please, ayaw naman. Okay, so that's it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you liked the content. And if you would like to see more content, see more topics discussed, just let me know on the comments below. Joke. And then we will get around to discussing them in the next video. Okay, so everyone, thank you very much for watching and have a good one. GoPro, stop recording.